welcome back. Today we're going to be sitting down because I am way too tired to be standing up. So welcome back to the live stream. We are going to be doing a little short one today, maybe 40 minutes, just going to go to the top of the hour. And same thing as yesterday, we're just going to be looking at the Atlassian community. I'm actually quite hooked. I got a couple of badges. I actually have 4. Let me show those to you real quick. So I got 4 badges here in my profile. And I'm excited. Let's see, I have a couple of different profiles, so I gotta make sure I pick the right one. Yeah, I'm logged into the wrong one here, but I've been doing pretty good. I just happen to have like 5 Atlassian IDs, so I gotta make sure that I stick to one. Otherwise, this is not gonna work very well. So, but anyways, the badges are coming along, and I'm actually quite incentivized. I don't know if you've seen these badges, but there's quite a few different badges you can get. You can get some for like posting great answers, and you get some for posting consistently, and you get some for having solutions accepted, and for having answers that are in likes, and if you create topics, and if you write articles. And so lots of cool stuff here, and I'm looking forward to contributing a little bit more. I do need to figure out my consistency between my different posts here, because it's not a good thing that I'm going to be doing this effort but then not getting the credit. So anyways, we're going to jump into the community today, and I probably have time to answer 2 or 3 questions again. So I'm just going to go with the most recent and see if I can't answer the questions based on my experience, based on what I've seen before. So let's jump into one of these here and see what we can do. So we'll just start with this first one. This was from 2 hours ago. Let's read through it and see if we can't help these folks out. So this one is from Nick Smith. New here. I'm in the process of practicing our cloud migration to cloud. When I run planning test part of our migration to on our server, it runs as expected. But I found as I began addressing the issues in the list, after the tool had seemingly reached a point where it has done processing anything further and taking more input, that our Jira server has become unresponsive. I found that the instance of Jira was pegging 100%. Okay. I didn't expect the tool to interrupt production during business hours. Egg on my face. I ended up having to restart the server, and I didn't seem to experience any until after hours. I tried again, looking at the same thing. All right, so I definitely have seen. I did notice. So it appears that it's running queries in the background, but there might be. All right. So first of all, in the process of planning, please don't do this activity in prod. Perform all activities in the test instance and create a playbook, and that is how the data for the error that you're getting. Increase the resource on both the database and Jira to maximize the. Okay, so I actually do have a recommendation for this user. I actually went through a similar struggle where I came in, I was ready to do the migration, and Jira or Confluence, I think either one of them, he doesn't really, yeah, Jira here. There's a migration assistant that Jira has built into the tool itself to help people get off a server to the cloud. And so the issue, I'm going to suggest an answer this time instead of replying. So, hello, Nick. How do you answer these? Yep, I'm just going to go hello. Hello, Nick. I ran into a similar issue not too long ago. The first thing I would recommend you take a look at is your SQL database. Make sure that the version you are running is compatible with the migration assistant. My specific scenario was that as soon as I kicked off the migration assistant, CPU usage would go to 100%. Like you, I did this in production in the middle of the day. Not good. In my specific scenario, I couldn't update my SQL instance, so I had to stand up a separate I can never spell separate Jira instance, export my production instance, and import to my temporary. This worked well as I now had a compatible instance and was able to do the migration as planned. I wonder if I should be reaching out to folks, because I mean, I technically know how to do this stuff. I don't know, maybe it might be too tacky if I offer my services to like have them, I don't know, like reach out to me so I can help them out, but we'll see. I'm just gonna answer it like this. Okay. As Pramod mentioned though, okay, I think that's good enough. The first thing I recommend you take a look at your SQL. Look at is your SQL database. Make sure that the version you're running is compatible with the migration assistant. My specific scenario was that as soon as I kicked off my specific scenario, I couldn't update my, so I had to stand up a separate Jira instance, export my production instance, and import to my temporary. This worked well as I now had a compatible instance and was able to do the migration as planned. That's Pramod mentioned though. Okay, I'm just gonna hit answer with that. I think that is valuable because, like I said, I ran into the same problem not too long ago, and it ended up working pretty well. So we'll see. I'll keep an eye on this. I put an answer. We'll see what comes out of it. Okay, so that's one. Let's go to the next one. Okay, links don't seem to be working in Jira Tempo for Firefox. Let's see. I don't know that I'll be able to address this one. Was able, you know what, let me hit like, because I know that when I like something, I get another badge. I might just have to do these all like double just because I have these multiple accounts, but we'll see. Keep getting these emails of like, congrats. Okay. Was able to reproduce this on multiple PCs. Everything works fine in Chrome, but when Firefox, none of the navigations will left click, right click. Was able to reproduce, okay. Works fine in Chrome, but when on Firefox, none of the navigations link. What is this for? Links don't seem to be working on Jira Tempo. I was on Firefox. All right. Not sure I can answer that one because it's more of a, you have to be there to to understand it. What file has the application link? So I am going to skip over this one because I don't know which file has the application links. Config. Yep. I don't really do application links. User set to EST, but client ticketing portal displaying tickets in UTC. The user is set to USD, but the client ticket is displaying. Is there any way to make sure that the tickets are okay? So I'm going to skip this one too. How to book or import from test step level. I don't like that one either. How to notify Jira when item deployed to production? Nope. Filter subtask completed and very. Let's take a look at this one. I don't know that I'll be able to answer it, but let's take a look. All right. What do we got here? We use story swim lanes in our sprint boards with subtasks being moved through each column. All right. Sometimes stories aren't completed in a sprint, and this means the sprint board can get cluttered with subtasks that are already completed in a previous sprint. Okay. We would like to create a quick filter to be able to easily hide subtasks completed in the previous sprint. I attempted the following solution. Add a custom text field named done sprint. Set the text field to the active sprint name via Jira automation when subtask transition to done. Try to add a quick filter. Done is empty. Let's see what the answer is. Remember that JQL is not SQL, and so things like open sprint probably only work with the actual sprint field and not generically with any fields. You seem very close to a solution. If you do not need the actual done sprint value, how about this idea, just to hide the indicator? Run an automation rule that when the sprint completes, marking subtasks or other things not to show again whether different. Another way to do this is with just JQL on the quick filter, hiding any done subtasks that were in prior sprints, although that will hide stuff as soon as it finishes in the current sprint. So let's see if we can replicate this issue first and see what we can do. So I'm going to go to my project here. I'm going to create a few issues. I actually need a Scrum board. So let's go create a Scrum board real quick. Demo Scrum board. We'll make it in the same demonstration project that we have here. All right, so we got a couple of tests, and I think this is enough. Let me just create a sprint. I'm gonna bring in these stories, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a couple of subtasks to each one. So I'm gonna basically just say subtask 1, and the only reason I'm doing this is because I don't really know how to answer his question. I have an idea, not really. I'm not gonna lie, being on a live is definitely a lot more pressure. Subtask 3 and subtask 4. So I have these here, and so when I hit start sprint, I'm actually gonna have to do a little, oh no, it's already modified. So what the user is basically saying is when they move something to done here, let me make sure I'm reading this correctly. Sometimes the stories aren't completed in a sprint. This means that the previous board can be cluttered with subtasks that were already completed in the previous sprint. So what this is basically saying is, let's move like 2 of these over, and when I hit complete sprint, because none of them were completed, all of these items are going to effectively move to my next sprint. So when I go back to my backlog, here's my sprint 2. When I hit start sprint here, you're going to notice that basically it looks the same. So the question is, how do we remove items that are done? And so the only thing I can think of is on the board setting, if I do a quick, how do I even do, not a quick filter. It's like the query sub filters. I know this is part of the, it's part of the, I don't want a quick filter. It's part of the Jira Atlassian certifications, where you should be able to add like a sub filter to this thing. But let's see if I can't just take it out from here. I'm gonna put and status and issue. Let's go issue type. And I'm not the greatest. I'm not gonna lie. My JQL skills are probably very bad. Equals subtask. I wish they were better. And subtask and status equals done. Okay. And let's see what this does. So this should probably kick out, oops, that kicked out all my subtasks. I still want to see, oh no, equals done. Oh boy, that just takes too many things out. So this is going to return my, basically, oh, okay, so I don't like the way this is. Again, I am not the best at JQL. I really need to start practicing my JQL a little bit more. So rather than me scramble here, not knowing what I'm doing, I'm going to admit that I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm going to continue to play with this because this is a good challenge and it's something that I want to learn how to do. So I'm not going to give up. And so let me see. Let me see. So Jira Scrum Board Sub Filter. This is what I'm looking for. Configure filters in the cloud. More board settings. Oh, it's on the Kanban. You can add a sub filter. Okay. Okay. So Jira. Let's put JQL. Don't show completed subtasks. Hi Johnny, want to hide subtasks completely? You should modify the actual board and not try to do swim lanes. Go to the board settings, click and type does not equal subtasks. So if I do that, if I do board does not equal oh, because I left this quote here, this parenthesis. Okay, so that still gives me that. So this should kick out all of my issue types. I wish I could do where, but okay. So this doesn't really solve the problem because this all this does is kick out the subtasks. And so maybe and status equals done. But if I do status equals done, if I do status not equal done, that'll bring in, leave everything in that's done. Well, that's not done, but I would like to create a fix. Okay. Let's see, what is a quick filter I could use? I kind of like this automation rule, but let's keep trying with the I'm curious to just kick out some of the issues. I want to kick out subtasks that are done. See, the problem with these queries is that it's you're getting all or nothing, and I think Bill's answer of doing this automation where you're setting a custom field hide on the board, and then when the sprint completes, you're edit the issue. Okay, so look. So this is what this guy's asking, or this proposing. So let's try it out, and I'm just gonna do a Okay, so the first thing we need to do is create a custom field. So I'm going to create a custom field by coming over to custom fields, and then I'm going to create just a simple text box here, short text plain, and it's going to say hide on board. Okay, now I need to know where to put it. So in this case, I'm just going to put it on these because I don't actually know which one's my default, but you don't want to do that. You want to be very prescriptive. You want to make sure that you only add your fields to the screens you need them on. And so now that I have that, I'm going to go ahead and kick off this automation rule, or create an automation rule, I should say. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come to automation here, and we're going to create a new one. And so we're going to create a rule. And let's skip the tour here. And so one of the rules, and specifically the proposal here, is when the sprint completes. So we can actually come in here and check and see when a sprint is completed. Okay. And we're going to do the demo scrum board. We'll hit save on that. We're going to basically do a new action. Or we're going to do a condition of if the status is done. So if status equals done, right? We're going to edit the issue, and we're going to find my hide on board, right? And we're just going to put yes. Okay. Hide issues. All right. Oh, what's this warning? The rule has been configured with components that require issues to be provided by the trigger. To run these components, you must add a branch for the sprint in JQL. Execute this rule when the sprint completes. You can access the sprint object by using Execute this rule when the sprint completes. You can access the sprint object in the components. Okay, so this is not scalable though, because I can put in the value of a sprint, but it's going to change every time. Well, let's just put this in and see what it says. No. Okay, so clearly I don't know how to use the Jira automation sprint complete trigger. Something's missing. I've never used this completion, so I'm not really sure how to do it. Yeah. Try to work around this by. Who is this Bill Sheboy? Actively reducing knowledge worker abuse by collaborating with teams and leadership to achieve more than imagined. Well, vigorously debunking those spreading guidance in the words you're doing it wrong. You need the certification, and you just bought our tool. If you just bought our tool, problems will be solved. Wow, he has 842 select. Dang. Oh boy, what am I doing here? Sprint does not belong or require against number. I don't know how to actually use this. Okay, good. Somebody has the same error that I have. All right, I don't know that we're gonna actually be able to solve this one. So this, I think, was a good attempt. Invalid. Can I do this? Let's try that. Nope. All right. We're going to skip over this one then, because I was clearly not able to figure this one out. So let's see. Card color is not available, not visible. Let's see what this one says. This one looks easy. Hi all, I would like to drop down to associate a bug to different software versions when the bug is created, and another drop down to associate where it is fixed. I believe these are normally called fixed in effects. I have enabled releases and multiple releases, and I can add. There's no way for me to add effects version. How do I enable? Oh, this guy's in a team one. Team-Managed does not have the option to add effects and have a link to the release. This can only be achieved using company-managed. I wonder if Bill Shibuya spends a lot of time gathering looking at these questions and answering them. Oh, Rodney Nissen, you're following me. Just tested out on a default bug tracking project in Jira Cloud. Effects versions available for Cloud 2. You might need to set up the field available for your project. Go to project settings. Make sure your field's listed. So let's go recreate this and see if we can't figure it out. So if I can go to create a project, we're actually going to do then a typical team managed one. Now remember that team managed is different, significantly different. And the analogy I like to use is, I like to tell people that having a team managed project is like having a Ferrari and sticking a Honda Civic engine in it. You don't want to do that. Let's see, we're going to go to the issue types, to the bug, see if we can find. Not sure if I'm going to actually be able to find this. Yep, so you can't have the effects version. Yeah, so this works with them. Yeah, so this is definitely not going to work. Ronnie's solution won't work because, I mean, his solution works for the project that he has, the bug tracking project, but this particular user is not on a bug tracking project. They are on a team managed project. So because of that, you're kind of handicapped to the fields that are available to you. And so I'm going to side with the professionals here, and basically you cannot add this. Now, how did he get fixed version though? The releases in here. Let's see if I add a release first. Not possible, folks. Not possible. All right, I'm gonna leave this one. I'm just gonna drop a like on this guy's answer here, because I thought this was a good vote. Let's go back. It's got 8 minutes left. Let's let's see. Let's do this one. I'm interested in this one. I probably won't be able to demo it, but I'm interested to hear. Hi, support team. We're trying to configure the roadmap hierarchy levels because we want to rank the following levels: initiatives, epics, towards task. When we enter the link, we don't found an option on the menu. Select advanced. All right, so these folks aren't. That's interesting. At Yasmin, let's get this person here. In order to in your navigation bar within Jira, do you have the word plan? The advanced roadmap capability is only available to premium users. Jira Cloud Advanced Roadmaps. I'll copy this one here. And I'm going to answer it with this link. This, of course, is assuming you are indeed on a cloud plan. The article you referenced is for Jira Server Data Center, so I wasn't sure. Hope this helps. All right, let's put that answer. We'll see what happens. All right, so it's 5:56. I'm gonna take the kids to go look. Oh, I got another badge. I'm gonna take the kids to go look at lights. So let's see. Can we do? Is there another one? Removing the plus create. Trying to figure out how to get the email. Let's do one more load here. Oh, I want. Okay, so I was looking at this one from yesterday, I believe. Community leader. Oh, I wonder what. Okay. I'm excited. There's so many questions. I just don't know how to answer them all. But part of this exercise is for me to get better. Clearly, I failed a little bit because I gave up on that other one. But I did manage to answer 2 questions, so I did my good deed. Let's see how we do tomorrow. I don't know. What do you guys think? We'll see. I don't know that I have any specific material for cutting this one up, but okay, let me answer this one, see if there has anything. I built an automation that stopped working. Nobody has touched anything, and there's something. It's basically a task that has, okay, here's a picture of the automation. Ooh, that's a hard one. Ooh, script runner. Yep, I don't have any script runner experience. That's something else that I need to work on improving. Okay. All right, I think that's gonna do it for now. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm looking at the comments. There's no comments today, so I'm assuming I'm just gonna get some steam once I take off here. So yeah, we'll continue to make these videos. Hopefully you enjoyed them. Again, I'm just trying to practice my Jira skills. I do my day-to-day Jira, but I would like to get a little bit better at different things. So answering the community is going to be one of those things. I'm also going to probably just start going through. I do have these videos that I need to start uploading regularly, so I need to record some more videos. So we're going to be doing just that very, very soon. So anyways, thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing. We're just going to be live streaming all of these tutorials here, or live streams. So these are really to answer, for me to practice, for me to get better at Jira. We're going to be publishing a lot of videos coming your way. So make sure you're subscribed, make sure you drop a like, and I'll see you probably tomorrow.